Good evening from Swansea wrestling fans. I'm your host, Ben Allison, and it is not only Sunday Fun Day, but it is also King and Queen of the Quiz semi-finals. It's going to be a fun show, no doubt about that. It has been a phenomenal tournament so far. We've had some upsets. We've had some really, really close encounters as well, and some squash matches. But today, it is Soul versus David in the semi-finals, and it is certainly going to be a fun one. Without further ado, let me introduce the first contestant today. We have David Sheldon. How are you, David?
Hello, everybody. I have the smile. You know what that means. After the first round of sending chaos packing as far as the eye can see, it now turns to the semi-finals. And if you saw my video from earlier on today, I have nothing but respect for my opponent. I think this is going to be a fantastic quiz. I think that Soul surprised everyone with how excellent his wrestling knowledge was in round one against Clark. The only problem is he hasn't faced somebody like me. And your fairy tale run ends here.
Ooh, indeed. Some trash talk out of the gates, but you just mentioned it, David. Also joining us today, we have Soul. How are you, Soul?
I'm good. I didn't realize my opponent today was James Corden after a bit of Ozempic, but I mean, hey, fair enough. Then I'm here to go. I ain't gonna hold the line. I ain't gonna say some talk. I'm just ready to walk the walk. So let's get on to it.
Absolutely straight to the point for you. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the screen here now. What?
Yeah, it looks like the my
I'm
slot.
moderating.
There we go.
There we are. I mean, I had no idea then for a second what was going on. StreamYard this week is having just an absolute nightmare with multiple things, as we've been seeing. As we saw on Tuesday's show, where I think it was Geordie briefly kicked off the show for a few seconds.
Staring blankly into the ether, not knowing what was going on.
And wondering why isn't this guy talking, even though that guy was indeed himself. We have Ewan in the chat saying, let's go. I love the quiz. We got Fernando, who is pumped. We have Shad in the comments as well. Calf Case K saying, this is giving a big match feel. Ewan is saying the two best countries of the UK battling it out with an English host as well. I mean, just dissing me.
Disrespect to Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we got Bobby Petito in the comments as well, and Fernando says good luck to the both of you. Absolutely. And Lord Virus of Nurgle over on Instagram, shout out to you, and Jerry over on Instagram as well, and Today's Wrestling over on Instagram. A lot of people watching today. Thank you so much. Very quickly, here are the rules. 15 rounds, one question each per round, 1 point per question. If somebody gets a question wrong, their opponent will have the chance to steal. Also, the twist is they have one double chip to use. On any round, they can make it worth double points. Plus, there are 3 bonus rounds. Those 3 bonus rounds are worth double points. And yes, you can use your double chip on a double round. More risk, but more reward. 4 points, meaning you have a chance to have 1 extra point overall in the quiz. Today's topics are the exact same as last round. We have, and I'll put this full screen now, we have pre-97 WWE Attitude Era, a mystery bonus round, Ruthless Aggression, 2010 to 2020 WWE, the Triple H Era, AEW, WCW, ECW, Japanese Wrestling, NXT, another mystery bonus round, Lucha Libre finisher names, and yet another mystery bonus round to finish things off as well. But, and this is what is going on with StreamYard, honestly. But very quickly, something which is really, really important, guys, this time, because a few viewers wrote in about how often I was asking, do you want to play your mystery? Not your mystery. Do you want to play your double chip? I'm only now going to ask you that on the double rounds. You can play it on any round, but if you do want to play it on another round, you do have to say before I go onto that slide, you want to play it on that round, right? So just make sure you shout, make it clear if you want to play it, and maybe take a screenshot of the topics if you don't have the order of them already, just so you know what is coming up in case you want to cash in. But without further ado, let's kick things off. David was in here first. So David, heads or tails?
What to do? What to do?
It's heads or
Oh,
tails. It's
tails.
not a cookbook recipe.
What did you pick, David?
Tails.
Tails. Okay, let's do this.
Jesus Christ.
These coin tosses aren't getting any better, but it is. I always get it confused. It is tails. So, David, do you want to go first or second?
Well, I went first last time. Let's go second.
Oh, okay. Soul is going to be opening things up for us. Okay, question 1, round 1, pre-97 WWE. Soul, what wrestler defeated football player Lawrence Taylor in the main event of WrestleMania 11?
Oh, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Hell of an answer out of the gate, Soul, and you are completely and utterly correct as well. A great one out of the gate, a difficult one as well. David, your question is, who was the special guest referee for the I Quit match between Bret Hart and Bob Backlund at Mania 11?
Roddy Piper.
Correct. Really impressive, guys. Out of the gates, right? We got Phoebe in the comments on Team David Shad saying tails never fails, and Chaos is very clearly in Soul's corner. Don't disappoint me, Soul, he says. Well, let me tell you something. Neither of you disappointed in round 1. I thought that was going to be a lot harder than it actually was. So the fact that you guys got that one right out the gates, certainly a good sign for this quiz to come. Up next, Attitude Era. And Soul, your question is, who did Triple H defeat in a Hell in a Cell title versus career match at No Way Out 2000?
Mick Foley, like Cactus Jack, or do you just want the name, or?
Yeah, it's Cactus Jack, but there we are. I'll accept that. You said it. Literally,
cool.
You said it. But David, your question is, who defeated Mr. McMahon in a no-holds-barred match at Armageddon 1999?
Triple H?
Correct. What flipping heck, guys. I'm going to be honest. I thought these 2 opening rounds would be tough from the get-go, but you got them both right. I've never seen that match. I've never seen McMahon versus Triple H.
I know of its existence, but I've never seen it. I just know it.
Is it meant to be good?
I didn't even know what pay-per-view it was on. I just gathered it probably wasn't Austin. So who else do I know that's on a no-holds-barred match not at Mania with Vince? Triple H. So
fair enough. And a great shout from Soul as well. Absolutely. With the Triple H versus Cactus Jack Hell in a Cell match 2. Kafka's Case says both have come ready, loving this. Bobby Batista hasn't watched the match before either. Okay, next round, it is a mystery bonus round. And also, we now have a slide to represent that.
Wow.
Anyone want to cash in their bonus token?
I'm okay, thank you.
Neither do. Well, let me tell you guys, the bonus is the 2016 brand split. So your question for double points. Who were the commissioners for both brands following the 2016 draft?
So Raw was Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon, and SmackDown was Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon.
I'll let you have that. I'd be absolutely horrible if I didn't let you have that. Stephanie and Shane is the correct answer, but you did clarify that, and you named the GMs as well.
The other 2
so,
GMs,
So that is completely fair. There we are, 2 points for that question for you, of course. Double points. Now, David, who was the first overall pick of the 2016 draft?
Finn Balor.
Soul to Steel.
Dean Ambrose.
Incorrect. It was Seth Rollins. Raw were banking. Stephanie McMahon was banking on Seth Rollins winning that Shield triple threat match, I believe at Battlegrounds. Of course, it didn't happen. Ambrose won, and then Raw had to introduce the Universal Championship. Case K had that one correct in the comments. Shout out to you. Well done indeed. And so did Bobby Petito as well. Fernando meant KO, wrong Shield member. But up next is the Ruthless Aggression round. And for this round, Soul, your question is, what was the name of the event where Theodore Long faced Eric Bischoff?
Like event, like the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, pay-per-view.
Great American Bash.
David to Steele.
Okay, the match is rubbish. It's absolutely awful. There are two shows it could be. It's either SummerSlam or Survivor Series. And I am going to make the guess that it is Survivor Series.
Well, you guessed. And you guessed correctly. Oh. Well done, David. You do have that one correct. Shard is just, I mean, this isn't an answer. SS, it could be SummerSlam, it could be Survivor Series, but he did later clarify Survivor Series. Case K is right as well. And
it's terrible. It is so bad. But yeah.
Another one I've not seen, and I think I'm glad I haven't seen it, to be brutally honest. But up next, David, your question to have the opportunity to go level again with Soul is, who was the special guest referee for Cena versus Angle at Survivor Series 2005?
Not a clue. Not a Scooby-Doo. So I will guess we're going into 5 is Mania 21. Mick Foley.
Decent guess, but not right. Soul to Steal.
Shawn Michaels.
Incorrect. The actual answer, and I do feel for you guys, because this one is a bit of a tough one.
Was it Edge?
No.
Orlando Jordan was the one I was going to go with.
Case K got it right. Davari.
I know Davari is, but I would never have got it. No hope.
But there we are. After that round, it is 4-3. Both of them have their double chip point still available. Shard had it right as well. Next year, Shard needs to get in on this quiz.
Absolutely,
he's been doing very well in the comments.
He's done better than I have. Come in, Shard.
Didn't realize you were the biggest Davari fan in the entire Republic. Look at you.
Oh gosh, yeah. Lord Virus of Nurgle says, if memory serves right, it was Dyer. I presume that was about Theodore Long versus Eric Bischoff.
Cena and Angle always had good chemistry, so it would be
yeah. No, I don't know if it was that one or if it was on about the match which we brought on about earlier, McMahon versus Triple H. It was one of those two. I just can't tell how long ago that comment was. As Instagram are useless with giving us the times of the comments. But up next, we have 2010 to 2020 WWE. And Soul, your question is, at what WrestleMania did Randy Orton face CM Punk?
27.
Correct. David, your question is, who did Rey Mysterio face at WrestleMania 27?
Cody Rhodes.
Correct. There we are again. Both of you guys got that one correct. Case K got it correct as well. I remember Rey Mysterio and Cody Rhodes really, really fondly from watching it as a kid. I don't know. Has anybody seen it like recently?
I've never watched it.
I have. It's fine. It's the match that Rey Mysterio famously barged down Vince's door and said, "This is the match we're doing at Mania. It's going to be me and Cody." And it was, like I said, it was and it was undashing Cody just with the protective face mask, and it's fine. The show is terrible. It's fine.
The show is certainly terrible, but I remember that match as a kid. I did love, and I had the action figure too of Cody Rhodes in the face mask. That was just a sick visual too. Who would have thought? Just over 10 years later, he'd be main eventing a WrestleMania with The Rock one night and Roman Reigns another. Absolutely wild. But up next, we have the Triple H era.
Oh, David's favorite era. Oh, he loves this one.
I'm not doing the double chip this time. Fool me once, shame on you.
But you love this one. Were you just saying that WrestleMania 41 is your favorite Mania of all time?
He's a big fan of the Bloodline stuff, I hear.
Oh, absolutely.
He loves The Rock as the final boss. He loved that he didn't appear and just went on McAfee's to say I was bored.
I love the final boss so much for 2 months. Sorry, back to the quiz. Don't.
Bloodline Rules is your favorite match type. We all know that. But so your question is, who did Gunther face for the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions 2023?
No, that was Money in the Bank. I'm gonna go Ricochet.
David to steal.
Mustafa Ali.
Correct. And now it is all even. 5-5. But David, it is now your question. Will you now take the lead, or could you fail and Soul steals and he takes the lead once again? There's not that much pressure in it. We're less than halfway through the quiz, but even still, tons to play for. David, who did Gunther defeat in his last successful defense for the Intercontinental Championship on Raw in February 2024?
I don't know, so I'm just going to guess based off the story of the time. Was it Chad Gable?
Soul to steal.
Oh wow, I thought it was him as well, so I don't know. Shoot. Was it? Oh, it was Jey Uso.
Correct. And Soul takes the lead once again and again.
Good, very good answer.
Because that's the match where Jimmy cost them, setting up the terrible Uso match at Mania 40.
Yeah, I knew that was there. I just couldn't remember if that was.
To be fair, David, I was thinking Gable as well. I was like, oh, it's Gable, because that was like everyone was like, yeah, we love Gable. Yeah. Now this El Grande Americano guy's here, and he's now the biggest hot ticket in the world.
All right, I've got to pull some questions back later. This is a fantastic quiz so far. Let's hope it stays at this level. Well, I hope it doesn't, but you know.
It's neck and neck. We were expecting a good quiz, a close quiz, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect you guys to have all these correct. I expected in the first couple of rounds you guys to trip up a few times, but so far you guys have done a tremendous job. But yeah, Shad definitely needs to get in it next year. He's saying this round is all recent, so fresh in the mind. It is.
All right, Grandpa. Jesus.
It's not a bad idea to use double points on this round. And I don't, well, other than David in his first quiz, nobody's, I don't think, used double points on it so far.
Yeah, it's fine because I went for the double points for that exact reason. The problem is if you can't remember the answer, then it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
I will say, this round is, I am harder with the questions in this round. I'm a lot more specific compared to...
And ironically, last week when you brought up, or the last quiz, when it was Gunther and The Miz, the first name that came into my head was the Night of Champions match with Ali. So I was, and then couldn't think of anything else that he'd done. So I was quite glad to get that question, but I'm all for now.
Bobby says this is awesome, and Fernando says the semifinals are living up to the hype. We're glad you guys are enjoying. Thank you so much for watching. Up next, we have the AEW All Elite Wrestling round. Nobody is cashing in, and the first question for you, Soul, is who did Hangman Adam Page lose to in the debut episode of Dynamite?
Pac.
correct. David, your question is, who defeated Jimmy Havoc in a number 1 contenders match on the 2nd episode of Dynamite?
Darby Allin.
Correct. Great, 2 great guesses from
And I knew that. I
guys
did
on
know that one because it builds the Philadelphia Street Fight with Chris Jericho the week after. I think it's the week after that.
It is crazy for a very, very short time, a few weeks. Jimmy Havoc was a big deal in AEW.
He goes up for the tag championships, I think, with Kip Sabian. With Omega and Page. He does loads of stuff in that first year of AEW, and then it all comes crumbling down, and rightfully so. But for those first few months, he had something in AEW. He really did.
Now he works for the Royal Mail.
Yeah.
But Shard says he forgot about that match, but he did see the Pac one live.
He was there in person, dude.
That is, it's apart from Shard, I did expect you guys to struggle with this round because obviously, it's not easy. AEW stuff is really, really old, but you guys both absolutely nailed that. And up next, we have World Championship Wrestling. WCW. Soul, your question is, who defeated Goldberg for the WCW World Championship at Starrcade 98?
Kevin Nash.
Correct. Just building up a little bit of tension there.
Yeah, I was really confused there. I was like, which idiot had the stun gun? I was like, well, Hall's never won a world championship, so it was obviously him.
Yeah, I had exactly the same thought, so
I was like, which dumbass was it?
Next question, David. Who faced Goldberg in a stun gun ladder match at Sold Out 99?
Well, I'm going to hope and pray that it's Scott Hall.
You are correct. When Soul said that out loud, I was like, I cannot believe it.
We were both on the. We both knew, if you'd have gone,
No, this is one of the easier WCW rounds we have done.
Yeah.
I thought, I'd give you guys a bit of a lifeline after the AEW round, but you both got the AEW round correct as well. Flipping heck.
I'm going to say this now. If I go on to lose this quiz, as at the moment I am, I will accept defeat very graciously because I go out with my head held high. Because fair play to you, man. Fair play.
You somehow take over and go. I'll happily go at this because it's been a fun one, brother. I respect it.
I'm only halfway in.
Exactly.
Well, just over halfway in now. Kavke's K asks, what is a stun gun ladder match?
No idea.
Idiocy.
Didn't know it happened, but just that's one with an educated guess.
Shard says R.I.P. Scott Hall. Absolutely. Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, one of the most underrated of all time. He does not get the respect that he deserves, no doubt about that. DCX Warlord says David B. Sneak this in. Sneak this in there, David.
Sneak this in on what? What did I do?
I think he was just joking.
I was going to say, that's a rare moment of me being gracious in a quiz. You don't get that very often.
He thought it must be sarcasm.
No, it's not. I promise you, it's not. If you know when I'm being sarcastic. Watch anything on Roman Reigns. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. I like Roman Reigns.
Oh my gosh! Right, up next, Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. Soul, your question. Who defeated Shane Douglas to win the ECW World Championship at Guilty as Charged 99?
I'm going to say Taz.
What went down the wrong way then? Absolute hell of a guess, and you were correct.
I
didn't expect you would get that one correct.
I knew that one. Damn you.
Flipping it.
Because I didn't. I was like, who's on ECW roster? Oh, Taz, that'll do well.
Fair enough. David, your question is who defeated Masato Tanaka to retain the ECW World Championship at November to Remember 1999? So who retained the title against him?
Yeah. Well, if in doubt, Mike Awesome.
Flipping heck, you guys. The tough rounds just don't hold you guys back. Correct, David.
Wow.
I really expected both of you to struggle there.
I mean, if the answer is Masato Tanaka, if the question is Masato Tanaka, the answer is normally Mike Awesome, and if the answer is Mike Awesome, the question is normally Masato Tanaka, because they were so entrenched. Didn't know it, but again, educated guess.
Fair enough. I've never seen it. Fernando got it right. Shard guessed Sabu, so he got that one wrong. KFKSK got Taz correct on the last one, and so did Fernando as well. David, you wrote this on Chaos.
Oh yes, I did.
Dude,
I wrote
you
this.
You use dial-up to get information then? Jesus. How far back are you?
I don't even know. I don't know if our Twitch is lagging. I don't even think you can watch and replay on our Twitch. Can you? I hope you actually can, because we've been trying to do that. I just don't understand Twitch to this day. Right, up next, Japanese wrestling.
Oh, Lord.
And nobody want to cash in?
No, you're
God,
right.
No, you a fool. You a moron.
No, that was our soul leaving our body. Our souls leaving our body was what that was, Ben.
Yeah, pretty much. Goddamn.
Well, so in what year did Kazuchika Okada's 720-day reign as IWGP Heavyweight Champion begin?
2012.
David to steal.
I don't know that. I'm going to say 2014.
Listen, there's not many questions in this quiz which I would have gotten right. This is one of them. It's 2016.
Oh, wow. Really?
Of course, he lost it in 2018.
I don't know.
I'm good at modern. I'm not that period. I wasn't watching, and I'm still trying to catch up.
Oh, of course. That was when I was the most in New Japan.
It was either when you I was trying to go Wrestle Kingdom to Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, it wasn't working.
Fair enough. That era of New Japan, by the way, those 2 years are just incredible.
Absolutely.
I say this, all the comments got it wrong, apart from KFKSK. He got it correct there. Everybody else did get it wrong as well. Right. Next question goes to you, David. I had to remind myself for a second where we are at. During the reign, who did Okada retain the title against at the G1 special in the USA in 2017? So who did he retain that heavyweight championship against at that special?
No clue. If it's not him, that was Ring of Honor.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'm gonna.
I was gonna say start the countdown. Tanahashi.
Soul to steal.
Naito.
Incorrect. You guys were right to dread this round. Cody Rhodes.
I thought that. You know when I said, "Oh, that's Ring of Honor."
I thought you'd handed it to Soul at that point. I thought Soul must know now.
Was the G1 special in conjunction with Ring of Honor, or am I just making that up?
That's the G1 Supercard. It was in Madison Square Garden 2018, because that's the one with the Ring of Honor ladder match.
Because that's where I went. That's where I went with Cody. I got the wrong year. Oh, I got the wrong. I knew the match happened, but I knew that people were generally, or I knew that people didn't like the match as much as that name would suggest. You know, it's Okada and Rhodes. That should be top. And instead, it was people regarded it as pretty good. But that is the other ones. I'm annoyed that I didn't get. That was a miss because I knew it and taught myself out of it. That's an
Omega versus Cody, I believe, was the match which then happened at the crossover show the next year, the Supercard show, I believe.
Damn it.
But
It's really frustrating.
up next, we have NXT. And
Boo.
Soul, your question is, who did Gunther defeat to retain the UK Championship at Stand and Deliver 2021?
Tommaso Ciampa.
Correct? Hell
Love
of an
that match.
answer.
Thank you.
Better. In fact, it was better than the answer I wrote. The answer that I wrote until Kobe fact checked it, right? I don't know why. I wrote Walter.
Sick. You play too
I
much
was
Universal.
I mean,
thinking
to be fair-
Ciampa, and
be
I
fair-
wrote Walter.
Yeah, to be fair, a couple of months later, we did get the war between Walter and Gunther in the
In the
minds of the
IWC.
fans. And the IWC, yeah.
Good times. Good times.
But up next, David, it is your question. And your question is, who faced Io Shirai in the main event of Stand and Deliver 2021?
Okay, so I think that Raquel Gonzalez.
That would be correct.
The two-night show.
Nice.
And that was the main event of night one, I think.
Yeah, I believe you are correct on that one. Cav KSK got it right as well. And Shard guessed Candice. Rare mistake from him on that one. But yeah, of course, main event of night one. But up next, guys, you know what time it is. It is time for a mystery bonus round. Of course, there's one more left after this as well. But either of you guys want to cash in?
I'm okay.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Yes, I'll do this one.
I will have to ask again. Any of you guys want in? David does. Soul, you sure
Me.
you don't?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm relaxed.
Because I'm behind, so if I get it wrong, then that's fine. At this point, I've got to make a play.
Let him go.
The
Let him go.
mystery bonus round is the 2024 G1 Climax. Soul, for double points, who finished the block stage with the most points across the two groups for 2 points?
I don't know. I don't watch New Japan. 2024. So Zack Sabre Jr. and Tanahashi.
Who finished the block stage with the most points across the two groups? The most overall.
Across. Sorry, my bad there. I'll go Zack Sabre Jr.
And you would be correct as well. I believe 14 points. Although I didn't note that down, but I'm pretty sure it was 14 if memory holds correct. CavKsK says that as well, and so does DCX Warlord. Right. David, your question for 4 points is, who withdrew during the tournament from the tournament with an injury?
Yuya Uemura.
That is correct. 4 points to David on that one, and David is back in the lead, but his chip has now been used. Soul still has his to play, but David is back in the lead. Up next, we have the Lucha Libre round. I doubt Soul's catching it on this one, are you?
I'm just a massive AAA mark.
Well, talking about Triple R, who did Alberto El Patron defeat to win the Triple R Mega Championship?
Nick Nemeth.
Correct. You wish you used the double points now.
No, I don't want to wish I used my double points on an Alberto El Patron question.
David, your question is, who did Gran Guerrero defeat to win the CMLL World Championship?
Gran Guerrero can go bugger himself. I hate this man. The fact that he'd been used in 2 questions, and I have absolutely no idea.
I have to bring it back after the last quiz.
I've got no idea. I knew the other one, and that's what's so damn frustrating. So I'm going to go with the only person who I know that he's wrestled, which is Templario.
I'm sold to steal.
Mystico. Because that's the only CML wrestler I know. I was like, let's go with Mystico.
Incorrect. I almost said it before I gave you Soul the chance to steal. That would have been horrific. But you're going to be kicking yourself, David. It is Hechicero.
I would. I will. I would. That would
Not
have been my
even you wouldn't know, but it's just I know
my,
you're such a
well,
big
yeah, when my
Hechicero
30th
fan.
guess, I'm a massive Hechicero fan. I didn't know. The only wrestler who I knew would wrestle Gran Guerrero was Templario, because I watched the match. And other than that, I wouldn't have had a clue on earth. I should have gone first.
Case K did.
Fair play to him.
Very great guess from Case K. Right, up next, guys. Finisher names Soul.
Oh,
What was the name of the split-legged corkscrew moonsault that John Morrison used in WWE?
I don't know finisher moves, man. I don't. They're like the stupidest thing ever. You would get really cool names, or there's something that's named off something in a mathematic textbook. Starship Spin?
David to steal.
Starship Pain.
Correct. Hell of a guess, although to go from you had no idea to getting it like almost correct is a hell of an effort. Cav KSK got that right as well. He is doing very good. And so did Shad as well. Right, David, up next to secure the lead and to take things very much to the last question. We have got, what was the name of the standing sit-out I'm not even going to pretend I can say it, that Kalisto used as his finisher in WWE?
Selena Del Sol?
That would be correct. There we are. Now, this is really, really interesting because no matter what happens in this next round, it is going down to the final question. To the point where I am actually going to need to find probably the, what's it called? My penalty shootout questions, because I don't have them open. I do have some. They are prepared this time, unlike before, but I'm going to actually probably need a few seconds to find them. Right. So you are using your double points.
Yeah, I'm using it. Yeah. Go. Why would I not? Either I go down in defeat or at least die trying.
For 4 points. And if you get it wrong, the end of the quiz.
Yeah.
The bonus round is Money in the Bank 2011. And your question is, who won the SmackDown Money in the Bank?
Daniel Bryan.
Correct! There we are. It will come down to this. The last question for 2 points.
I was picturing in my mind, what were the color of those bloody briefcases?
Yeah. I knew the answer to that one.
I'm now just frantically trying to get the penalty shootout questions ready just in case. But David, your question is, who defeated Randy Orton by disqualification at the event to become World Heavyweight Champion?
Christian.
Correct! You are correct. It will go down to penalty shootout.
How is this possible?
You know what? So, genuinely, I anticipated before this that this was going to be one of the best quizzes that like this is the best quiz I've ever been involved in.
Brother.
You are an incredible quizzer. Unbelievable.
Right. Penalty shootout, which means we're doing the coin toss again. Soul, your turn this time, heads or tails?
Heads.
It is tails. First or second this time, David?
I'll go second.
Wow, we're retaining that position. Right. Very quick disclaimer. I just want it out there in case anything is wrong. Kobe has not fact-checked the sudden death question.
Oh.
So, if
God.
there is anything, Kobe is on the other line fact-checking as we speak, right?
Okay,
But,
okay.
I'm going to be honest, I forgot about them. But we do have them this time, at least. Right, so your first question, your first penalty, this is sudden death, by the way.
Yeah.
Who defeated Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship in 2017?
Jinder Mahal.
Correct. David, who ended Shinsuke Nakamura's first NXT Championship reign?
Samoa Joe.
Correct. The tension. You guys can feel it. You guys can feel it. Kafka's K is in the comments loving it as well. Soul, who was the first person to win the Royal Rumble from a number 1 spot?
Shawn Michaels.
Correct. David, who is the only wrestler to win King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, and Money in the Bank?
Brock Lesnar.
This is where we might need fact checking. Can somebody did Brock Lesnar win a Royal Rumble?
Yes, he won the 2003
Yes,
Royal Rumble.
he won the one with he won the MMA one.
Win
with
King of the
Ronda
Ring,
Rousey.
and he won a Money in the Bank.
I can give you the other
I
one.
love it when the questions are wrong. This is why we need Toby. I forgot to send this one to him.
I can give you the other one if you want the other one.
Go for the other one too, but you've got
the
it
other
correct.
one.
Yeah, there you are. You got them both. Edge was the answer I was looking for, but listen, there's 2 of them. But there was definitely not 2 of the next question. Who was the first Universal Champion?
Finn Balor.
David, who did Ciampa defeat to win his first NXT title?
Oh no. Oh no. In the words of a famous TV show, I'm sorry, I haven't a clue. Aleister Black.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am sweating for you guys. I am on the end of my seat. So, who was the youngest WWE champion ever?
Sorry, could you repeat that? The question cut out.
Who was the youngest WWE champion ever?
Miz.
David, your question, and to win the quiz, is who is the longest reigning WWE, and by that I mean, the entire line of it, WWF, all this, right?
Yeah.
Champion ever, the longest reigning.
Bruno Sammartino.
And going to the final in 2 weeks' time, David.
So who was the youngest?
Can I make a guess?
Go for it.
Is this WWE not World Heavyweight?
This is WWE champion.
Okay, is it Brock?
Yeah, it is Brock.
Yeah, because they used Randy's World Heavyweight Championship to spite Brock when he left for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, well
done, Soul. That I feel really that's hard done by there, because I guessed Aleister Black off the back of a hunch. So
I knew Aleister, which is a shame. But hey, at least got the penalty, so I'll take that as a courtesy.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
And we're going to need more. Honestly, I wanted the penalties to be intense. I didn't realize they were going to be intense to that level. Was awesome.
Since I'm knocked out, I would love to make up some questions.
Well, I mean, we might maybe have to do that. But we now have the bracket heading into the final. There we have it. David advances May 18th versus the winner of Drizzy versus Kobe, which will take place next week on Star Wars Day between Drizzy and Kobe, like I did just say. But there we are, guys. What a quiz. I can't imagine how you guys are feeling.
I haven't got the energy to gloat. I'm knackered.
I didn't even study.
The mental concentration that comes from just trying to keep that going is, yeah.
Kafka says, what a brilliant quiz. Layside is celebrating in the comments. Jasmine is saying, well done in the comments. Phoebe in the comments as well. And David, not David, Kafka's case saying David fire emoji as well. Well done, David. And Kafka's case says, kudos to both of you and to Ben and Kobe as well. Thank you, Kafka's K. And Shard says classic match. And DCX Warlord says Soul and Clark need to make Kobe lose. The scandal to try and food poison Kobe.
No. I fully support David to win now. He has my endorsement.
Oh wow, David!
I appreciate that.
Winner
I'm going against the man who I don't think has any gaps in his knowledge anywhere. So I'm going to find them.
And if Chaos does give me slack for losing,
I think Drizzy's beating Kobe. I think Drizzy's beating Kobe, guys. I have been saying it all along. I genuinely think we are going to see him just absolutely destroy Kobe and then you, David, in the final too. Because this man, we didn't see it in that first round. His knowledge is unbelievable. No doubt about that. But next week, we will see you guys next time, same place. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to submit some questions for Mailbag Monday tomorrow. Thank you and congratulations to the winner, David. And thank you for playing Soul. It was a hell of a quiz. Best match of the tournament so far. And we will see you guys next week. Pa, 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 pa.